Yo, what is up? So I am starting a YouTube channel. This is all going to be related to, say, the film industry, everything got to do with it. So like film equipment, editing probably, like what exactly, how does a camera work, like what is in it, just stuff like that kind of. And then probably to start, I'll do history of film. So how we got to where we are today in the film industry. When you look at a camera today, it's not that different in terms of the mechanics as what was in the 400 BC. See, what was then was a thing called pinhole camera. That's the first hearings of it or whatever. It wasn't necessarily a camera now, but say you had a building with a hole in it, so the light would go through the hole in the wall and then it would reflect the image upside down on the wall that was beside it or behind it. And that's basically what this camera here that I'm shooting on, the 750D Canon, light goes through the lens, which is just kind of expensive glass, hits the mirror at the back of it, so it's at like 45-degree angle, and then that hits off the pentaprism, which you see then in your optical viewfinder. So it's right way round, and that's a DSLR camera with a mirror in it. Then we have the mirrorless cameras, and this relies more on a digital imaging sensor. So they take out pretty much everything, most what's in this camera, and that's what makes them, I'd say, half the size of this, say the A7S Mark II, which is an incredible camera. They're a bit more pricey. They don't need a mirror though. So yeah, so basically light goes in, hits the sensor, and then the electric viewfinder rather than the optical viewfinder, it shows you the image right way around without the use of a mirror. So yeah, this is kind of, that was just a taster, I guess. This is going to be what it's going to be like. Next week will be the first stage, I guess, first video that I'll go into in film history. So I'll probably go more in depth into what I just talked about there, say the different stages of pinhole camera, camera obscura, and on until now. And then yeah, I'll do a couple of episodes and get into more stuff. I don't know how it will go. But yeah, I was watching the Blind Bite podcast actually, and he was like saying in a segment, he talks about a whole lot of stuff, and it's an incredible podcast. So he was saying there's a guy called Caravaggio who did a lot of dark paintings, like there'd be a lot of blacks, because and his hot take in it really was he didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, so blacks were pretty easy to, well, they're the cheapest color to get. Say blues were one of the most expensive, gold as well. So he had a small bit amount of them, but mainly blacks. And he's a guy that inspired Martin Scorsese in the film Goodfellas. And I thought that was just really amazing. So not only we go back 300 BC, but there's also paintings. But I don't know, that's probably all I'll talk about with that. But yeah, so everything is derived from the next thing, so the previous thing. So yeah, it just shows, yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the intro, and yeah, look forward to making it next week. I'll talk to you then.